Great. How's everybody doing? Good? Great. I want to address the elephant in the room for a second. Hello, elephant. No, there is an elephant in the room. There's a rumor going around about me, and I just wanted to clear things up. I am part of a street gang. I run with the J. Crew. Oh, man. I was hoping for a little more. My brother said, like, don't start with a dad joke. And I'm like, I think this crowd can handle it, but clearly not. Clearly not. Anyone else here doing dry January? No, you all look happy. You all look happy. I'm doing dry January, which is a problem because I really love wine. I do. I used to sell wine. I was pretty good at it. I worked at Glenville Wine and Spirits in Greenwich. Anyone know? Of course I worked in Greenwich. Come on. There's a trick to selling wine. I mean, it's a very intimidating thing for people to buy, for some people to buy, right? Because there's a little snobbery. You're nodding your head. You still have to pee? Do you still have to pee? That's why you're sitting by the bathroom. It's perfect. It's perfect. But the trick is to make people feel comfortable and just to narrow down all the options, right? So the first thing I would do would be like, okay, what do you want, red or white? Somebody says white, okay. What's your price range? You'd be like, oh, $15, okay. Here's some wines over here. And that usually worked. And then as I got more confident, I would try and, put a little moxie into it. I'd be like, this wine, I had it last night. It's got a great nose to it. The lowest point of my life was when I said, I had this wine last night. It literally made love to my mouth. And I'm like, that is a douchey thing to say. Even for Greenwich, Connecticut, that's a douchey thing. This backfired on me one time. Guy came into the store, and I said, red or white? He's like, white. He was like nervous. He was like shaking a little bit. So I figured he really needed some. And so I brought him over to the California White. Says, here's a nice Chardonnay for you. And then he pulled a gun on me. True story. So I said, maybe California isn't your thing. How about some Bordeaux's over here? And he's like, I don't want wine, man. I want all the money in the register. And then it clicked on me that I'm in some serious danger here. Now, you may have seen commercials for Metamucil and fiber supplements, but let me tell you something. Nothing will solve constipation like a gun being pointed at your chest. So I go to the register and I take out the money. There's only $100 in the register. And he's like, only $100? He said, yes. He's like, you're full of shit. And I said, not anymore. Thanks for the snap back there. So then I realized that I'm looking at the gun and it's got a really narrow opening on the barrel, and it hit me. I'm like, this guy's got a BB gun. So I look at him, I'm like, is that a BB gun? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. So I gave him a Beaujolais and I sent him out of the store. This is a big year for me. It's a big year. I'm turning 50. I was in Dunkin' Donuts a couple of days ago, and a woman walks in, and she's like, I bet I'm old enough to be your mother. I'm like, I don't think so. She says, well, how old are you? And I said, well, how old do you think I am? And she looks at me and she says, 55. I'm like, bullshit, I'm 49. But I'm turning 50. Everything seems to be working, though. I've never felt better mentally. I feel good physically. The only problem is, my hearing is starting to go. I don't hear as good as I used to. I don't. I'm at dinner with my family. I've got triplets. Thank you. You can clap for that. You can clap. They're 21 years old. We're at dinner, and we're sitting there. The waitress comes over. We're ordering, and my daughter looks at the waitress, and I swear to God, this is what I hear her say: "I would like the steak tits." And there's a guy sitting at the table next to me. It looks like Bill Clinton. He's like, I'll have what she's having. So he heard the same thing I did. And I looked at Gracie, and I'm like, Gracie's my daughter, if you hadn't guessed. I'm like, Gracie, did you just say you wanted steak tits? She said, no, Dad. I said, steak tips. I said, just the tips? She said, yes. I said, now wait a minute, your mother fell for that once. And here you are. See? I want her to come to every performance. I do. I really do. I'm excited to be here at the Eco Kids Shop. It's kind of a misnomer. I don't see any, earth conscious, friendly children being sold. That's dark. Brad really needs new signage here. Right? Can we just pause and wonder who in 2024 is buying VHS tapes? More than you think. Really, Toy Story, Peter Pan. It's different. I want to know. When next time I see Brad, I'm gonna ask you. All right. I think 5 minutes is probably coming to a close, right? Sorry, I didn't have any. No, we have time for one more. Chris is gonna inspire this one. This is a beard right here. Can we just give it up for Chris's beard? Can we give it up for that? That is an amazing specimen. I'm jealous because I can't grow a beard. This is 9 days growth right here. If I keep it going, I'm going to look Amish. People are going to ask me if I churn my own butter. The answer is no, I don't know how to do that. I've never been on Rumspringa, although it sounds like a wild time. I did Panama City Beach in 1993. I wanted to find out my ethnicity, because I wanted to know, who are these people, who are my ancestors, who couldn't grow beards either? So I did a 23andMe, and my results came back on the back of a bottle of sunscreen, and they said, Mike, we've got good news and bad news for you. I said, well, what's the good news? They said, you're going to save a lot of money on razors. I said, what's the bad news? They're like, you're going to spend the rest of it on sunscreen because, you are a very pale man. I am pale. I am so pale, the cops in Fairfield County can't even see me to pull me over for that speed. I can't do it. Thank you, Katie, for all those laughs. I didn't think I would end on but you've got some other funny people coming up. Keep an eye out for Autumn Harvest. She'll be up soon. Keep an eye out for Stephanie Bass, who'll be up here too. Thank you all. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Uncorking a Story. I've got a podcast I do with authors. Would love to have you follow Uncorking a Story wherever you get your social media.